Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching the originals. This is episode 18 of season 2. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. Just before we start today's introduction, I would just like to say, starting the 30th of July, we are going to be uploading the originals on the Patreon every single day for you guys to enjoy. So you can either head over there and watch that and enjoy that, or you can stay here and watch it, every 2 days with the Vampire Diaries, and also enjoying the free episodes in the description of each episode. So you're still going to watch them, but obviously you get them a bit faster on the Patreon if you guys want to go over there. So it's up to you. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. I'd just like to also say that in the description below today, we will have a poll for our most liked and disliked character of season 2. So hopefully you guys can get that sorted, and we can get that either shown in the very end of the finale of this season or the start of season 3. So please get voting below and make sure that we have a good amount of people being getting their opinions in before we reveal that vote. Now, speaking of last episode, it was interesting because Eva, she fully took control of Rebecca's body, and she went after Hope, didn't she? Well, Klaus come in, tried to fight her. He got kind of took down as well as Hayley as well. She was took down and even disappeared out the window. Now, Marcel, obviously, he went over to Vincent. He was saying, "Look, mate, we need to go and get her. You're the only person here that knows her more than anybody in this city. Where's she going to be? We need to go. We need to put her down. I need to make sure that Rebecca is safe inside Eva's body." Now, what we ended up finding out is that obviously Elijah, he tried to do basically he tried to go and speak to that female witch that he went with Gia when she was playing the violin, the one that kind of knows is kind of like the head of the witches currently, and he tried to say, "Look, can we extend the deadline for returning Eva?" Because obviously they had one set out, didn't they, and it had passed it now, which meant all the witches pretty much was going to go after her for attacking all the children that she killed. That's what they thought anyway. And obviously he does not want that to happen because Rebecca's still inside that body, and if she dies, Rebecca dies, and he can't be having that. Well, we got told a story pretty much that was saying that Eva, the reason why she's trying to kill these children and kill Hope is because she believes that if she kills or takes 9 children, and I think it's from different witch communities or like different factions. I'm not too fully sure on that, but 9 different ones. She can harness them powers. She could become stronger than a Harvest Girl, then an Elder, and she can start ruling. Now, obviously, this would have been interesting because she may possibly have been the strongest witch in the current show until Dahlia comes in. But obviously, we found out that Marcel went and found her, tied her up, got Vincent in. He was asking, why are you doing this? She then kind of spun it. She was saying, "Look, mate, I've not killed any of these children. You may think they're dead, but they're not. I've cloaked them. They're all waiting in a room." Basically, it's time for change. You know it, I know it. All we want to do is harness the powers, and we can attack the vampires. We can take back the city that we love. Well, it looked like Vincent was all part of that. Obviously he's not happy with what she's doing, but she got inside his head, and he ended up attacking Marcel. Now, later on in the episode, fast forward, when he actually go to the children, she's showing him, she's like, "Look, boom, they're all here. I told you I wasn't lying, but I told a little white lie though. We do have to kill a couple of them. We have to have some casualties in the war." Well, he wasn't happy about that, was there? Just absolute clocked her over the head with like a pipe. She got knocked down. He rang Marcel. He was like, "Look, I've got her." I had to make it look convincing, Marcel. Do you know what I mean? But I actually thought he was convinced anyway. And the plan didn't turn out to be the one that he thought he was signing up for. So he backtracked and went to Marcel. So they've gone there. They've obviously got her. They're working a deal with Freya. They need to get inside her head to extract Rebecca, but she was saying it's a massive spell, and basically she hasn't got enough power. She needs to harness somebody. She needs to use them as kind of like the anchor. Well, she said Klaus would be the man. Esther was like, "Don't let her do that, mate. Every time that she wants something, offers to do something with you, she'll want something in return. There's always a price. She may be my daughter, but when she was little, she had a glowing like a bright light about her, but now she spent all her life with Dahlia. Yeah, she might not like her, but she's grew up with her. She's like the means of how she lives, the way she infiltrates people, the way she uses them will have rubbed off on her. And if you think that you're gonna she's gonna do something for you without using something against you at a price, then you're mistaken." Well, turns out obviously this was it. She said, "I can harness your power, Klaus, and get Rebecca back, but I will know all your secrets. I will know everything that's inside your mind." And, that is really interesting. He obviously flat out said, "No chance." Elijah said, "Come on, I'll do it." So they went to do it. they got, what did they do? They sent Marcel and they sent Vincent inside her brain. Pretty much he was looking, searching for Rebecca. Now, obviously, if they killed Eva before she killed Rebecca, then Rebecca was safe. If Eva killed Rebecca before they got in there, then Rebecca was lost forever. So this was interesting, you know, it was getting pretty intense. And she couldn't even do the spell either, Frey, you know, it was getting too powerful for her. She had her head back, she was screaming, Elijah was dragging her, and then obviously, boom, Klaus turned up and he said, look, mate, I mean, we may not be done here, yeah? My opinion on you has not changed, and we've still got stuff to sort out, but right now I need to do everything I can to save Rebecca, so please harness me as well. And he did it, and he went after Eva, and Rebecca actually stabbed her. I'm assuming she's dead now. She woke up, there we go, Rebecca's in the present, still in Eva's body, but now it's fully Rebecca. Now Frey knows everything about Klaus, and what was well interesting is she went to Esther at the end and she said, look, you was right about one thing, yeah? You was definitely wrong about Dahlia. I pretty much hate her, and I'll do everything I can to stop her, but you was right about one thing. Klaus should not trust me. He should not have let me inside his brain. After seeing that, I know that we can never be allies. And what I will have to do is I will have to turn all of his family against him. And Esther was like, why are you telling me this, mate? Literally, why would you tell me this? And she said, because you're not going to be around to watch it, mate. And she went, boom, touched her, and she just burst into all these birds and died or whatever. It was mad, and then she just trotted off. So that's mental. I'm saying, what did I say, it was episode 18? So we've got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 5 episodes left. I feel like it's Dahlia's prime time to make an appearance, and then with Freya as well, going behind his back, trying to drag his family in. Klaus is just going to get more mad, more crazy, and do more actions, and I cannot wait. So thanks for clicking on my video today. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, it really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
What is it?
Oh, everyone's staring, man.
A gift for the child.
No, we're all right.
Black dahlias are in bloom.
Can it just say Black Dahlia?
Show yourself. I am here. I am everywhere. I intend to take what is mine. Hey, what just happened?
Can't wait, mate.
Isn't that
Literally
the point
can't wait.
of a fortress? It does a better job of protecting you when you stay within its walls.
Okay.
We need to find a new strategy.
The spell you described. Dahlia calls it kenning, using proxies to watch her enemies from afar. The good news is I know a little bit about how her magic works. This tonic will at least prevent her from using any of us.
Niklaus, is there something you wish to contribute?
Our minds are far too strong to be invaded by Kenning's spell. She's preparing for battle. My guess is sooner rather than later.
What we need is to create a new stronghold, something that Dahlia knows nothing about, a sanctuary.
We could use Jackson to trace her magic back to its source. Find out exactly where she is.
Off you pop to your respective tasks. Me, I've always been of the opinion that the best defense is a good offense.
True story, man. Attack more than you defend.
What do you want, Klaus?
You do seem to spend an inordinate amount of time in graveyards for a teenager. There is one matter with which I could use your help.
Sorry. I'd love to help, but I'm a little busy mourning another dead boyfriend.
I understand you hope to bring Cole back. They tend to require a remnant from the dearly departed, and the guardian of Cole's remains.
I'll find Michael for you, and you'll give me Cole's ashes. Deal.
Oh, I should probably get this. It's Jackson.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Oh, it's Klaus. He's got a good hearing, or has he not?
Your big bad Alpha has been compromised. I can't trust him to guard hope. You to serve as my eyes and ears. Get to the compound.
Sure thing, I'm on my way.
You okay?
I could have hurt you or the baby. She's nothing but darkness. Take hope in the pack and we leave town tonight. And running isn't a sign of weakness, it's what wolves do. At the very least, it'll buy us some time. Figure out a way to get rid of Dahlia for good. I don't back away from a fight. Okay, but this one started 1,000 years ago. It's not our war.
I'm not sure, like, I know he's saying it's not our war. I know it started 1,000 years ago, but it is, though, because the reason why it's happening is because it's your kid. I mean, not yours, Jackson, but Hayley's. So, yeah, okay, it started as somebody else's, but it's Hayley's problem now. She's the thick of it. She's literally the one key member of this war. Like, she's come, do you know what I mean? She has to protect the baby. Now, to me, she didn't confirm it, so I'm not saying she's made a stupid decision or anything, but the proposal of extracting the baby away from Klaus, Elijah and Rebecca to place her in in the trees, in the woods, in the bayou is not as good. Like Klaus said, you need to build a fortress. You need a place where it's hard to get in and break down. Now, when they're out there, they're in the open. Yeah, okay, you might know the area and the surroundings, but there's so much space for them to come. At least if you're in one place, you can get in a room or something. You can protect it. You can build it. You can barricade it. You can, get the people around. At least you're in a big, solid structure. So, I don't know. I feel like if they try and take her away from Klaus, I think it will be a bad idea. And also, I thought that Josh was going to be listening in on the conversation on the phone, because he has vampire hearing, and 90% of the time everybody listens to everyone's conversations. So again, that interested me. That
Josh isn't going to be too happy when he finds out about it.
Shaking in my boots at the mere thought of his displeasure.
It must really suck to have to be you all the time. You have that now too, don't you? Someone you love more than anything, even yourself. Someone with something to lose.
Isn't the bastard himself? You come looking for another beating, boy.
You know full well the threat we face. Care to join your bastard son on the witch hunt?
Bloody hell, mate. I did not expect that, but I cannot think of a fucking better army than Michael and Klaus. That is really exciting. And do you know what? It used to absolutely stress me out when he called him boy. But now, I don't know. It doesn't bother me anymore. I feel like he says it because Klaus is that good that he tries to... Do you know what I mean? I think he does it like out of respect, even though it sounds absolutely ridiculous. But like, Klaus is so good and he's challenged him so much that he does it to piss him off on purpose. That's what I think. Do you know what I mean? It's like Tom and Jerry, man. The guy, like, they do it purposely to annoy each other so they can get a reaction. And I feel like that's why he does it as well. And he always calls him the bastard as well, which I also find hilarious. It reminds me of Jon Snow.
This was quite the place back in my day, but I assume you didn't go through all this trouble on my account.
And we'd like to invite you to cast a spell. One that would prevent the use of any magic within these walls. Surely you must have sensed this grave new threat.
And I am not without empathy, but I have a responsibility to the witches.
Then I do hope you understand that anyone willing to stand aside and allow my family to be threatened, I would be forced to consider an enemy.
Perhaps a traditional blessing to dispel unwanted spirits, a barrier. Should do the trick.
I was going to say, what happened to Freya? Your enemies are now our enemies. Couldn't be a bigger enemy than Dahlia, can there? So get working your magic, mate.
I'll have a bourbon, please, sweetheart.
Leave us.
Your precious Freya told me she sent you off to procure certain items that will expedite the death of your sister-in-law.
There are 3 elements total. Combined, they represent Dahlia's sole weakness.
What was it you tried teaching us? Ah, yes. The true Viking warrior hones his fear.
Do you come here to critique my parenting skills, or to whine about how little you were loved?
If you truly thought me weak, you would snatch this weapon from my hand. Rather than bringing your materials to Freya, drawing her into a fight she may not survive, why not join me?
It's a fucking good proposal, mate. Honestly, it really is.
Are you sure you're okay with it?
It's scary.
She was in the room.
You're the reason Dahlia is able to cast such powerful spells. She's channeling you.
She must have found me. She wants to turn you against me.
Get away
here we
from
go.
my husband. I want to trust you, I do. You said it yourself. You're bonded to Dahlia, but it's better that you go.
That's good.
Father and son working together.
And what makes you think I need your help, a little boy?
Oh, God.
Years ago, perhaps.
And why would I trust you?
Because my daughter's life depends on it. You and I, to save the lives of the only ones who do not see us for the monsters that we truly are.
Oh, there we go.
One final hunt together, then.
I thought he was going to try and pickpocket him. Do you know what I mean? Bash against him, take the dagger out of him. That would be literally, I would not put that past Michael at all. Do you know what I mean? Now, this is really interesting with the Frey situation. She wants to turn the family against him, but now they're kind of pushing her away in terms of, like, they now believe that she's the reason that Dahlia can find him. And, mate, I would not relay that information to Klaus, because if that is given to him, I think he will go after her and possibly try and kill her, which is very interesting. So I'm really excited. I mean, I want Dahlia to come in, obviously. I actually think Freya's a really good actress. Every time she's in the scene, she's really good at selling her emotions. She's always like either crying when she's sad or like, you know, she's doing good facial expressions. And I think she is a good actress. Now, like I said in the last episode, I'm not a big fan of her actions right now in terms, because obviously I feel like she's going, I still feel, man, that she's going against the Michaelsons. Yeah, I hope that she's not, and I don't want her out the show, so that I don't want that getting twisted in any way, shape or form. I actually think she's an asset. I think she's really good addition, and I actually want her to stay in the show as long as she can, as long as she gets on to the team, brothers and sisters, and works together and don't actually try and fight Klaus out. But if she's going to fight Klaus out and we get a good evil Klaus or whatever's, then that could just be just as good, because there's nothing better than a big bad wolf Klaus. And we're going to get Michael as well, and it's just going to be sick.
There you are. After all these centuries.
Still don't know how she escaped. Back to normal.
Do you make a promise to your wretched siblings? Together we'll fight the wicked witch. You always were a selfish, ungrateful child. Always wishing for another life. Never satisfied. You should know better than to defy me. A lesson your father and brother will learn.
Stop protecting Hope from someone it is obvious none of us completely trust.
Correct. Nevertheless, she kept her promise and she saved your life. There's a jazz club in Algiers by the name of the St. James Infirmary. Josephine is fortifying it as a sanctuary against magic. Marcel will escort you and Hope there tonight at 9 o'clock. Now, whether we trust her or not, we cannot win this fight without her.
Dahlia's minion remains within St. Anne's Church.
Clearly it's a trap.
But of course it's a trap.
So you two are friends now?
Absolutely not.
You said you needed a binding spell.
And here, my lovely little witch, is what you will bind. Soil from Dahlia's homeland, Viking ash that of her oppressors, and finally, blood of her adopted child.
All the sources of her power bound together form a weakness.
Bind those ingredients to a weapon.
Use this.
You just wouldn't be you if you didn't have a knife, would you?
Not that, you steal it later and
Help us end this evil witch's reign, and I will live up to my end of our bargain.
I need to see Elijah. Let her through. I saw her. Dahlia. She intends to make her move tonight. Klaus and our father will be her next victims. I did not come this far to see my family die at the hands of the very evil that I've tried for so long to escape. Dahlia will lure them into a trap. She'll be drawn to any site that's been steeped in death. Dark power created by a massacre.
Oh, yeah, the church.
What are you waiting for?
Now that you've arrived, not a thing. Let us begin.
we are well met. So be it. Are you ready?
I'm so happy that we get to watch it.
I gifted them with a fraction of my own power.
So good. Hey, this is well good. I would just took 10 minutes of that, me.
You're my right hand, Aiden. I need to get Haley and Hope the hell out of here.
Klaus will find out he has his ways, you know that.
I got a route mapped out through side streets and back roads. I need you to get a car and meet us at the service entrance at 8:45.
Ah, it's a bad move.
I don't know how long I'll be away. Wolves are gonna need a leader.
Nah, before we hopefully get into more fighting, it's a bad move from Jackson, man. Like literally, he's done this himself. He's going against Elijah, Klaus, and does Haley want to be part of it? I don't even know. Like, is he gonna make her do it? And Elijah's taking her to a different place that they've cast a spell where no magic can work. So that is the best place to go right now. Not running off and just getting away, because she will find you again, and then you'll have no armor with you. You'll have no location that spells can't work, and you'll just be so much more vulnerable. So I think it's a bad move. If he keeps doing stuff like this, Klaus will kill him, like Aiden's just said. Ah, that's so good. Why does it keep cutting?
I'm a jerk. Wait, my bad. Accidentally did your
Was listening.
Vampiring, dude. I'm nosy.
I just didn't want you to get involved, okay?
What is going on?
Jackson's got this big escape plan with Haley and the baby tonight, and if I don't tell Klaus, then
He'll cut your head off with a dull butter knife.
Jackson's been looking after me since we were kids.
Hey, you don't have to be a crescent wolf to love your friend. I'm gonna figure this out, okay?
Oh, he posed a good question there just before this. Every time, man, they're fighting. I was about to pause it. Do apologise. He posed a good question there. Do you stab him in the back or do you not? Do you know what I mean? Because if Klaus comes now, Jackson's going to know that he stabbed him in his back. If he doesn't tell him, then he stood by his friend. But, like, I think in that situation, it comes down to what you believe is morally the right thing, the best decision. Do you know? Like, he could be your friend since day dot, but if you actually think, oh, mate, this is a bad move. Do you know what I mean? Like, then preventing it happening is the best way to go. Now, obviously, because it's Klaus and that, it's hard, because you're kind of thinking of yourself as well in the same situation. If I don't tell him, and now I'm going to get stabbed or whatever, but like, if I do tell him, my friend's going to be pissed, but like, I've kind of saved his life. Because that's the way I see it, man. I feel like if Jackson goes, it is the worst thing that he could ever do.
Quite the operatic performance, though that is the thing with these grand tragedies.
She's sucking her life out of him.
Do you really think this is the best plan to protect her?
I really do.
Still.
It's interesting that they could just take him down.
Enough!
You do realize that this family is simply using you for your power.
Oh, he stabbed her.
Stay away.
Don't you know I'm too powerful to kill?
Yo, that jump was sick. Gotta say, Dahlia's come in. She's not disappointed in the first appearance, has she, mate? She's caused absolute chaos, which I'm a big fan of. It just makes me think that if this is episode 1 of her appearance, then episode 2, 3, 4, and 5, mate, and the finale is going to be absolutely unreal. There's going to be loads of action. And she's taking them down with such ease as well. She's not even bothered. She's just like ping, 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 and they're all falling. Life's getting sucked out of him. It's mental.
You ready? Any sign of him? Something's wrong. Fan out. Find him. Now.
He should be here by now. Something must have happened.
Oh, you've got to do it, man. You've not grassed him up, so you've got to commit.
Everything okay?
Took you long enough. Are we going to Algiers or what?
Did he just play it off?
We all have weaknesses. One thing that you could have used against me, rendered useless. No! Give me the child, and you all may live.
She has made a fucking good first episode. What does she want to do with Freya? Does she want to kill her? Is that what she wants to do? Because she didn't... with Hope. What does she actually want to do with Hope? Like, because she didn't kill Freya when she took him. So, obviously, I guess she just wants to take Hope and grow her up to be like Freya and then harness all the powers off them. Do you know what I mean? That's one Freya harness. That's one Hope harness. You've got 2 of them now, making her even stronger. But she doesn't actually want to kill her. That's interesting.
I told him it was traffic. Max was furious, but he bought it. But I'd be so stupid. The moment Klaus looked at me, I should have run the opposite direction.
This isn't your fault. No more than it was mine for getting my neck snapped in some crappy dive bar. This is what Klaus does. I've kind of been on my own my whole life. And then suddenly, everything was different. Because of you. You and Marcel and Davina. And yeah, I'd die for you. I don't think I can go back to how it was before.
This agent storyline's interesting,
That
man.
sounds like a bloody fiasco.
No doubt she wants us to take some time to wallow in our defeat.
Defeat? I disagree.
She wanted us to reveal our sole weapon. And like fools, we did.
Did Nick just exchange words with our father?
Rebecca, what mischief have you gotten yourself into now? No doubt the bastard's doing.
This was not my plan. You rushed it and made but a single weapon.
Your materials are easily found. Let's take stock. There's an ample supply of your blood. Norwegian soil is hardly scarce. What the ashes? You don't seem surprised.
Betrayal is in your nature, boy.
A time before all the disappointments, the revelations of betrayal, there were moments, and all you had to do was be my father. You despised me, didn't you? I want to know why.
I just did.
That's fucking well deep, innit, man?
Freya, I'm so sorry. Love you.
Oh, yes, Kevin. I thought he was bluffing, mate. I'm actually well happy. Big, high-profile person dying in front of Klaus, taking no shit.
Viking ash is indeed rare.
He got loads of it now. That was good, man. What a good episode. What an interesting episode. First of all, I loved the whole conversation. Not just that one. The total episode of all the scenes that we've had with Michael and Klaus this episode I've enjoyed. From the minute he got out of the taxi, to when he was sat in the restaurant, to when he'd been fighting, to this one here. Now, Michael's blaming Klaus for getting rid of the weapon and all that, you know, releasing it. He was the one that brought it to the fight out as well. Like, he didn't walk in open, like, Klaus walked in like I am now. Nothing. And he just walked in and he was waiting for her. He physically walked in with the knife in hand, physically see that he's housing a weapon. And so I would say that's Michael's fault, personally. You know, I'm not gonna point fingers and blame names, but if somebody is going to point a finger, you have to just say, hang on, you know, like, I wasn't gonna say it was your fault, Michael, but if you're trying to blame someone, you have to take it. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of you that went in and lost it. So, and I thought Klaus was bluffing then. Big time bluff. I thought that was going to be. How interesting, mate. Why did you hate me? I don't know. Just did. I mean, fair play for the honesty. It's mad. And then Klaus just boom, killed him. Like I said, I thought he was bluffing. And we have got one of... And now, obviously, he didn't do it on a public scale in front of everyone like I was asking him a couple of episodes ago. But he's done it enough where his family know and Freya knows. That's it, kind of. Freya's the only one that wants to challenge him right now, so at least now she knows the extent to what he's willing to do. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I walked past them, I would have walked up to her and I would have lifted her head up and looked into her eyes, you know what I mean? And then I would have said something absolutely sick. I mean, I don't know what I would have said, but Klaus, he comes up with some mad shit, doesn't he? And I would have literally gone past and lifted her head up and say, look, this is what fucking waits for you, mate, if you ever cross me. And then just walked off. That would have been unreal. Oh, it's Dahlia.
Do you play?
Not in some time.
Yeah, imagine having your fingers like that and now you could stretch them out.
Dahlia, indeed.
I must use you to send a message to all those who would side against me. Nothing you can do for me that I cannot do for myself.
May I then? One last tune.
Mate. Death by violin. Finger. Madness. She's had a good introduction, mate. Can you get a better one than that? I don't know if you can. How was Klaus introduced to us? I'm trying to think. Like, I think this is the best introduction that we've possibly had of somebody, because she has been teased to be a fucking big bad witch, and then she's come in and it's not been like, ooh, what's she gonna do? It's just like, boom, 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 mate, attack everyone, and it's like decent. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, I think that has been an absolutely solid entrance to a show. If you're going to make a statement, you do it here. You come in, you attack Klaus, nearly kill him. Attack Michael, nearly kill him. You know, you go after Freya, you go after Elijah. You know what I mean? You still make the statement, I'm coming after Hope, mate. No one's going to stop me. You've tasted a little bit of my powers and you've all just nearly died. Do you know what I mean? I've got loads of it. You want to bring a weapon to come kill me? Nah, look, it's here. I've got it. Boom, it's gone now. You got no chance. That's what she thinks anyway. And then she's obviously just come and then made a statement again, killing another elder witch, I'm assuming. That's what she is. And Elijah's going to know that it's her, isn't it? Because obviously he's gone to her and he's made a few plans. And I just think, what an introduction that has been. That's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully, guys, enjoyed it. It's been an absolutely mad, chaotic one, hasn't it? Really enjoyed it. Now, I can't believe that Michael's died, honestly. I mean, he died in the Vampire Diaries, and it was a good... you know, it was a good how they done it in the Vampire Diaries, because it was unexpected, and it was kind of like a shock twist, and then obviously he died, and then he's obviously back, and then he's died again, but, like, Klaus done it this... He didn't even try and stop him as well, which I find really interesting, because okay, he's pinned up against the wall, but I feel like he could have put up a fight. But we've seen many times now, actually we've seen quite often in this series, that Klaus is actually really strong. He's much stronger than Michael thought, and he even said that when he was sat having a conversation in the cafe or whatever. He was like, look mate, he was calling him weak, and he's like, if you truly thought I was weak, you would take this from me here. It's right in front of you, but you know it's just not going to happen, mate. But we need to join together. We'll go against what Frey's doing. We'll fashion a weapon. We'll go after Dahlia. Now, Michael was obviously blaming Klaus for at the end for taking the weapon in and losing it. They're only one. But to be honest, like I counted Michael, you was the one that went in with it visible, showing that you've got the weapon. Now, technically, it doesn't really matter anyway, because she's smart and she knew that they was already bringing a weapon in. You know, she had her eyes on all these people, and she knew something was coming. A new threat was coming, so it was no shock to her that that was happening. But in terms of, obviously, if he's going to point the finger, you just have to correct him. Now, I enjoyed the fact that that, what is his name, Aiden, didn't actually go through with Jackson's plan. And do you know what? He was so lucky to get out of it by saying that he got held up by traffic and he didn't actually. Is Jackson stupid enough to believe that? I don't know. It's too coincidental, isn't it? It just is. But if he believes it, well, he's got away with one there, mate. Because I actually think that, first of all, he done the right decision. He should have told Klaus, or he should have done what he done, because it is a poor move thinking that the safest place is just you and Haley getting in a car and driving away, compared to having a big, massive, either wolf army protecting you, or having the house, as like Klaus was saying, the fortress with the whole Michelson family around you. I just think that leaving like that, it's a bad idea. Like, I actually think it's really... what would you... I just think it's bad. Like, I just think it's so obvious that that's not the best play, that, like, I can't even consider, like, I tell you what, Jackson, maybe that is a good idea, you know, like, maybe you can get away, and maybe you can go to this location. I just think I can visually see that it was so bad. And do you know what? I want them to do it again, yeah. This is what I want. I want them to do it again where they think they're doing an amazing decision and it's just blatantly crap, like this one. And then I want the baby to actually get taken. I want her to get taken, but I don't want the baby to die. I want the baby to then display some sort of powers that we've seen, because I'm hoping that she's really strong. We've seen it. She's already turned the car off, turned the car back on. She's healed herself. And I just feel like, you know, there's more to come from Hope herself. But I actually want her to get taken from Dahlia. And I want it to be because Haley and Jackson done just like a silly, stupid mistake, thinking that they was doing something amazing when it was absolutely just dreadful. And then, so I want her to be taken. I want her to try and, like, get into Hope's head and harness her powers or something, and she can't because she's actually strong. And then I want Klaus to come in. I want him to save the day, and I want him to obviously make the statement that, like, I am the person that says what happens around here, not you, Haley, not Jackson. And then I want either him to possibly kill Jackson. Like, but that's just me. I mean, I'm interested to see how it goes and how it plays off. Now, I knew that Josh was going to be listening on that conversation, man, because every vampire does. Every vampire listens to every phone conversation. I'm surprised that obviously it took so long for it to come out. Now, it's interesting because Jackson was like, okay, if I go away, you're going to need someone to lead the pack. Are you okay with it? Do you think you can step up? And he was like, yeah, okay, I'll be cool with that. So it does show that he is kind of a leader, because Jackson's willing to leave people with him, but then also he's still got that in the back of his mind that, you know, Klaus is offering him the change. And like he was saying to Josh, he doesn't know which one to go in, man. He doesn't know the right decision. Does he go with Klaus, or does he go with Jackson, the person that he's known since he was a kid? Now, I think that, like I say, he done the right decision, and I think, luckily for Jackson and for Aiden, that, like, his lie worked, because now Jackson doesn't know that he's betrayed him, and Klaus doesn't know that Jackson was willing to take the baby away, because that would have been bad for him, wouldn't it? You know, he would have gone and he would have attacked him straight away. I think it's interesting that we've not seen Gia much again since the Elijah storyline. We've not seen Cammy much either. We're not even seeing Vincent this episode. So, I mean, we've still got loads of characters on the fringe. And we've not even seen much of Davina either since Cole's left. Yeah, she did help fashion the spell here, and she still wants Cole's ashes. So Klaus has got to actually hand them over. Or can Freya do the spell now with the Viking ash and the blood, because she's got it. You just need soil, don't they, from a hometown or whatever's. But, like, I just think, how much of it did he need? Did he literally use every single bit of it that Michael brought back? And if they need more, who's on the way to get it? Do you know what I mean? But I thought this was a solid episode. I thought it was a fantastic introduction for Dahlia. I don't think you could possibly get a better one. I'm excited definitely for the next episode. And I think the finale is going to be absolutely unreal. Because usually we get an amazing finale in the Vampire Diaries and in the originals. And I think the way this one's been built up. And obviously the last one we had the Guerreras. And that was really good. But that come out of nowhere towards the end. This one has been built up the whole season. We had a small snippet of the fights today with Klaus and Michael in the church, which I thought was great. And then, obviously, I feel like we're going to have a massive, big, absolute war out in the final episode. And I kind of don't want Dahlia to get beat in this season. I do want it to transition into the next one, which obviously sometimes it's a bit shit because you're like, oh, God, you got the same baddie in the next season. But it's like, I just feel like if she's so strong, they're so strong, we can absolutely play it out. You can do the you've won the battle but not the war, so to speak, story. So like this season you could have it where they all go after Dahlia in the final and she wins, obviously, but people don't die. And then next season it's counter, how did we lose to her, mate? Get this, she's got hope, what we're going blah blah blah, and then play. Right now she's after Hope, and I kind of want her to go after Hope and win and take her. And then I want season 3 to be them going back to get Hope. So now that she's trying to take Hope from them, and I think next season I want Klaus and Haley to take Hope off her, and it would be an all-out attack. So that's what I want. But I mean, I'm not going to complain at all because season 1's been unreal, season 2's been unreal. I'm just expecting season 3 and 4, regardless of what storylines we get, to be just as good. So thanks so much for clicking on my video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Remember, please vote for your favourite character this season and your most disliked character for this season in the description below. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.